Good evening and welcome to ATN Global News. For today, let's take a look at the headlines. Rivers Assembly condemns Fubara's budget. Presentation to Okojumbo Group. Okpebolo appoints Dan Obe, Chairman, AAU Governing Council. Federal government reaffirms commitment to peace, stability in Africa. Nigeria's borrowing pushes money supply to 108.96 trillion naira. South Korea court approves arrest of President Yoon. Plymouth sack Wayne Rooney as manager. Very Dark Man clarifies 180 million naira not missing from NGO accounts. And now the news in details. Rivers State House of Assembly has frowned upon the presentation of the 2025 Appropriations Bill by Governor Siminalayi Fubara to the three-member assembly led by Victor Okojumbo, loyal to him. This was the theme of Tuesday's plenary, during which the House Judicial Committee, led by the Deputy Speaker Dumle Maol, presented the Court of Appeal judgment which affirmed the legitimacy of the House, as well as the speakership of Martin Amewule. The Deputy Speaker then criticized the governor for disobeying the judgment. Two other lawmakers also expressed their very strong displeasure at the governor's actions, with a member, Smart Adoki, suggesting the judgment be submitted to security agencies for action. In his remarks, the Speaker, Right Honorable Martin Chike Amewule, stated that in the recent Court of Appeal judgment, the appellants, including the governor, lost on all grounds of appeal, except on the withholding of federal allocation to the state. The Speaker averred that, regrettably, Governor Fubara now sees himself as one who is above the Constitution of the country and the judgments of courts, adding that such recklessness is an invitation to self-help and anarchy. Recall that on Monday, Fubara presented a 2025 budget proposal of 1.1 trillion naira to the Victor Okojumbo-led Assembly. Fubara had described the 2025 budget as a blueprint for consolidating the achievements of his administration in 2024, while charting a new course for sustainable development. Rivers State Police Command, through the operatives of the C4I Intelligence Unit, has apprehended a cab driver accused of targeting lone female passengers to rob them of their personal belongings. SP Grace Iringe Koko, spokesperson for the Rivers State Police Command, in a statement on December 31st, 2024, said the suspect, Nwana Andrew, aged 44 years, a native of Abo Mbise, Imo State, exploited the use of his private plate-numbered vehicle to carry out his criminal activities. SP Koko said during interrogation, Nwana confessed to his crimes, revealing a co-conspirator, Garba Adamu, a 38-year-old Bureau de Change operator from Kano. Adamu, who operates around the Hotel Presidential Axis in Port Harcourt, acted as a receiver for the stolen items. He admitted purchasing the last set of phones for 120,000 naira. Nwana also confers to having robbed multiple victims since he started the degenerate practice in August 2023. In a related development, the Rivers State Police Command has apprehended two suspects involved in sophisticated online fraud and relationship scams. SP Koko disclosed that one prominent case centered on Sandra Austin, a Nigerian residing in Ontario, Canada, who fell victim to a deceptive scheme orchestrated by these fraudsters. SP Koko said the suspects detailed their methods to the police, explaining that they acquired phone numbers through a dealer who remains at large, specializing in cloned SIM cards. To avoid detection, they processed most payments through cryptocurrency wallets. The investigation has also revealed that they relied heavily on social engineering tactics and fake online personas to manipulate the victims. Governor Umoino of Akwa Ibom has signed the 2025 budget of 955 billion naira into law. Speaking shortly after the ceremony in Uyo, Eno commended the State House of Assembly for the expeditious passage of the appropriation bill. He said that the thoroughness and speed in the passage of the budget exemplified the synergy between the executive and the legislature. The governor called for continued collaborations between all arms of government to ensure effective delivery of democracy dividends to Akwa Ibom people. It would be recalled that the Akwa Ibom legislature passed the budget on December 24 following the adoption of the reports by the House Committee on Appropriation and Finance. The 2025 appropriation bill, christened Budget of Consolidation and Expansion, has a recurrent expenditure of 300 billion naira and a capital expenditure of 655 billion naira. Edo State Governor Monday Okpebolo on Tuesday declared that 2025 will be a year of progress and transformation for the state. The governor said this in a statement titled A Message of Hope and Progress for the New Year. While noting that 2024 came with its own set of challenges, he stated that it was also a year of remarkable achievements. The governor stated that his administration would continue to prioritize education, agriculture, security, infrastructure, healthcare, job creation, and other critical sectors in Edo State. He also said that he would continue to strive to create an environment where every citizen will have the opportunity to thrive and reach his or her full potential. Edo State Governor Monday Okpebolo has appointed Chief Daniel Osikeme Obie, the current South-South Zonal Chairman of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, as Chairman, Governing Council of Ambrose Ali University, AAU. ATN reports that OBS appointment as the chairman of the Governing Council of the state-owned university was contained in a statement made available to newsmen in Benin City by the Secretary to the State Government, Umar Musa Ikelo. Obie was named chairman of the 7-man board of the university. Other members of the board are Martins Osakwe, Professor Steve Amiene Karu Iyayi, Lukman Muhammad, Professor Idialu Jeremiah Uwaifo, Professor Eric Kelly Inamenemo Omogbai, and Professor Omori Ikwonse Osaho. Ikilo said the appointment of the Governing Council takes immediate effect from December 31st, 2024. Obie is an ally of Nyesom Wike, the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, FCT, and a former governor of Rivers State. Obie is also the leader of the Legacy Group of the PDP in Edo State. Governor Francis Nwifuru of Ebonyi State has declined appeals from political stakeholders to recall his suspended commissioners. The governor declined the appeal during a visit by some stakeholders to him on Monday as part of the Christmas homage. ATN recalls that 2 commissioners, Water Resources, Magnus Nka, and Health, Moses Ekuma, were recently suspended by the governor for gross misconduct. The people of Ohanivo, comprising Ohaozara, Onitsha, and Ivo Federal Constituency, during a Christmas homage to the governor in his home, appealed to him to magnanimously recall Nka, who is from the constituency. Governor Nwifuru refused the appeal, insisted that public offices are not run on sentiments. He explained that a similar appeal had been made earlier by both his kids and kins and other stakeholders from his clan on behalf of the Commissioner for Health, who is to no avail. The governor maintained that it is his prerogative to determine when to lift the suspensions, insisting that their appointments were given based on his personal assessment of them, not by recommendation from anyone. You're watching the Global News in Atlantic Television Network. We'll go on a short break. When we come back, Global News continues. Stay with us.
Aha! Is there it?
Bro, I dey tell you, this match 3-0.
Okay.
If I win you, something will come out.
Don't play with me. Fast ball, fast ball. Ah, you know what? You go shot
Bro.
me. Now we got this man.
Keep the banter going with Glow Borrow Me Credit or Data. Dial star 303 hash to borrow airtime or data and pay later.
Is there ready?
Only one thing I didn't.
Okay.
Power your relentless ambition with ultra high-speed data. Glow Unlimited.
Thanks for staying with us. You're watching the Global News. In a statement on Tuesday, disclosed that operatives from the Idayin division apprehended one Sadiq Adebayo for allegedly stealing burglary proofs from an uncompleted building in the Imutu Anyari community. The chairman of the Imutu Anyari community, Yekini Wasiu, reported the incident to the police on December 29, 2024, stating that Adebayo was caught in the act of dismantling the burglary proof of a neighbor's uncompleted building. During interrogation, Adebayo confessed that he had stolen similar items on multiple occasions, selling them to one Abdullahi Suleiman, a scrap dealer. In a related development, on the same day, a man identified as Sheon raised the alarm after spotting one Adekoya Odunowo with a sack containing electric wires suspected to be stolen. Investigations revealed that Odunowo had stolen 6 weight molders used in block molding machines from 3 block industries owned by individuals identified as Adebayo Ahmed, Ago Iwoye Expressway. The PPRO assured the public that the suspects would be charged in court upon completion of investigations. Osun State Governor Ademola Adeleke has reacted to the allegations of secretly obtaining loans and a call by the All Progressives Congress in the state for accountability. ATN reported that the Osun APC challenged Governor Adeleke to disclose the true financial records of the state. The party said such disclosure was in the interest of the state's suffering masses, whose resources were allegedly siphoned for personal aggrandizement. The party threw the challenge during an end-of-the-year press conference in Osogbo on Monday. Addressing journalists, the APC Director of Media and Information, Kola Olabisi, accused the state government of secretly signing and obtaining a combined foreign loan of $51 million or 81.6 billion naira equivalent, using an exchange rate of 1,600 naira to $1. Olabisi maintains that the current administration is on the verge of putting the future of the state into a deep financial mess, hence the need for the people of the state to rise to the occasion and hold Adeleke accountable for financial recklessness. According to the APC, the impression that Adeleke's administration has not obtained any loans since inception is a lie, as part of the state's 2024 budget is being financed from the NG Cares facility. Reacting to the allegations, the spokesperson for the governor, Olawale Rashid, dismissed the APC's claims. Olawale categorically denied that Osun State had acquired foreign loans under NG Cares. Benue State Governor Reverend Father Hyacinth Alia has signed the 2025 budget of Human Capital Development, Food Security and the Digital Economy, estimated at 550 billion naira, 112 million, 98,893,045 into law. Recall that the Benue State House of Assembly had earlier on Monday, December 30, 2024, passed the 2025 appropriation bill into law during a plenary session presided over by the Speaker, Honorable Hyacinth Andona Dajo. Governor Alia performed the ceremony on Monday at the Benue State Government House, Makurdi. He described the event as a pivotal moment in his efforts to ensure a brighter, more prosperous future for the state. This was contained in a statement on Tuesday by the Chief Press Secretary to the Governor, Tesu Kula. He said the budget provides the framework for expanding access to quality education, improving healthcare services, and fostering lifelong learning. Governor Alia added that his government is committed to equipping every citizen, both young and old, with the knowledge, skills, and resources necessary to thrive in a fast-evolving world. Speaking on the digital economy, the governor described it as the future, saying he is committed to leading that charge. He added that the budget addresses the growing challenges of malnutrition, obesity, and diet-related diseases, emphasizing that the policy is committed to ensuring that Benue citizens, especially children, have access to nutritious, affordable, and safe food. At least 7 terrorists belonging to the Islamic State West African province has been killed in an explosion. The developments occurred while the terrorists were attempting to prepare improvised explosives device. Zagazola Makama, a Lake Chad Basin counter-terrorism and insurgency expert, who made this known in a post on his X handle on Tuesday. Makama said impeccable sources confirmed to him that the incident occurred on December 30, 2024 in a locality between Ba-Anfani and Kularam in the Far Lake Chad Basin of Borno State. Federal Capital Territory Minister Nyesom Wike has assured residents whose properties may be affected by ongoing road expansion projects in Abuja of fair compensation and transparent procedures. These announcements came on Monday during his inspection of the judges' quarters in Katampi District and access roads, including the Shehu Shagari Expressway and Ring Road 1 interchange. Speaking to journalists, Wike emphasized the government's commitment to following due process while executing infrastructural projects in the nation's capital. He reassured the public that affected residents would not be left to bear the cost alone.
What to say is a compensation in terms of building road. Houses are affected, you pay part of it. Or if the entire house is going down, you pay the full compensation. But that's why you are saying that you want to settle the entire community, because the road is not passing through the entire community. It's a section of the community. So we'll do everything, and we want to plead with the community that they are going to be the ones that will benefit from this road directly. You can imagine how it was and see how it is now. And then by the time it is finished, we street lights everywhere. I mean, it is to their own benefit. So I appeal that everybody should give support so that we can achieve this very important project. You should have said, I can't set an example myself and mark and grade myself. So it is for the public to really assess. I will have a presidential monitoring team for the deliverables. They should be able to see that whether we have done what we're supposed to do and to what extent have we done. But if we say generally, am I satisfied with what the government has done? And as a less 12 city, yes, I would say I'm very much satisfied.
Wike expressed his satisfaction with the progress of ongoing construction work at the Judges' Quarters in Katampi District and other key infrastructure projects within the city, observing significant advancement in the construction of the Judges' Quarters and the access roads and describing them as remarkable.
As regards the projects, you can attest to the fact that there is very much improvement. The progress is so much. From the junction there, from what I saw, I'm very much impressed. And you can see the roads surrounding the justices' quarters is something else. And then again, you look at the level of work that's been carried out in the judges and justices' quarters is amazing. And look at this place. When the last time we came, we couldn't get to this point. And the company was able to finish this culvert, major culvert. I think we're happy, we believe that they promised, by the grace of God, by May, they would have handed over these projects. You can see the level of development within this axis. Of course, the value of land and the property, what it will be. And that is the essence of the Youth Hope agenda. I mean, those who are living here never believe that they can see this level of development. For me, I'm very, very much impressed. I'm impressed with the company, and I want to thank Mr. President for the opportunity given for us to contribute, as far as government is concerned, to give Nigeria back that hope which had been lost.
Alarming array of weapons have been recovered from one Obinna Nwigwe, a 33-year-old man at the Najob guest house in Bwari area, Council of Abuja. The Federal Capital Territory Police say the discovery followed a reported gunfire incident in the area on December 26, 2024. The spokesperson of the command, SP Josephine Ade, said in a statement on Tuesday that upon arrival at the scene, operatives of the command discovered 29-year-old Andrew Fileman bleeding from critical injuries after being shot by 33-year-old Obinna Nwigwe. According to the statement, Nwigwe claimed that the shooting was an act of self-defense following a heated argument between him and Andrew. Josephine added that a thorough search of Nwigwe's residence yielded an alarming array of weapons, including 5 Dane guns, 1 English-made single-barrel, an AK-47 magazine containing 29 rounds of 7.62 live ammunition, 4.5 cartridges, 17 expanded cartridges, a bow with arrows, various knives, a sword stick, a toy gun, amongst others. Adamawa State Police Command has condemned the abduction of 2 clergymen, Pastor Ishakudi Chiwar and Reverend James Kwayam of EYN Church, Bila, Malabu, and vowed to bring the perpetrators to justice. The incident occurred in the early hours of Monday, December 30, at Haingada, Bila village in the Malabo district of Fufore Local Council. ATN learned that heavily armed kidnappers stormed the victims' residences at about 2 a.m. and forcibly whisked them away. In response, the Commissioner of Police, Dankombo Morris, deployed the command's tactical units and personnel to track down the assailants, rescue the victims, and dismantle the network behind their attack. Speaking on the developments, the command's spokesperson, SP Suleiman Yahaya Nguroje, assured that all efforts are being made to safeguard lives and bring violent crimes to an end. The command also called on residents to remain calm and cooperate with security operatives by providing useful information that could assist in the rescue mission. The police reiterated their commitment to ensuring justice is served and urged the public to remain vigilant and supportive as they intensify efforts to protect lives and property in Adamawa State. Governor Amadou Finitri of Adamawa State has warned his appointees against campaigning for any elective office for 2027. He told the appointees on Tuesday that their respective taxes right now should be delivering the expectations of the current offices and the risk losing the offices if they do not face the taxes. Speaking at the 2024 end-of-the-year stakeholders meeting of the People's Democratic Party, which was held at the Government House, Yola, Finitri emphasized that he remained committed to serving the people of the state rather than catering to the interests of a select few, saying that his agenda for 2025 and beyond remains service to the people. Finitri told his appointees to drop all campaigns for 2027. Also at the PDP stakeholders meeting, where Deputy Governor Caleb Tebua Farauta, the 3 senators from the state, the Adamawa State House of Assembly Speaker, and all the PDP Assembly members, as well as all Executive Cabinet Commissioners. Jigawa State House of Assembly has passed the 2025 appropriation bill of 698.3 billion naira. ATN reported that Governor Malam Umar Namadi presented a total of 698.3 billion naira as the 2025 budget before the State House of Assembly. The budget, tagged Budget of Innovation and Transformation for Greater Jigawa, is higher than the previous year's 2023 estimate of 383.55 by 82%. Chairman House Committee on Appropriation Honorable Hamza Ibrahim said the amounts presented remain unchanged. The chairman said the budget reports presented contained over 62 recommendations in which the lawmakers unanimously adopted the reports after the third reading. He said the budget was made up of 90,730,520,000 personal costs, other recurrent expenditure, 7,017,196,000 and 537,397,520 capital development programs. The Speaker, Mr. Haruna Aliyu, said the appropriation bill, if assented to by the governor, will enable the government execute people-oriented projects for the overall development of the state. Nasarawa State Governor Engineer Abdullahi Sule has suspended the chairman and members of the State Teachers Service Commission over an illegal recruitment of over 1,000 teachers in the state. The governor had earlier in the year approved the recruitment of 1,000 teachers and recently directed the payment of all their entitlements, but the directive was greeted by a public outcry of non-payments. Worried by the outcry from members of the public in the state over alleged non-payment of salaries, Governor Sule summoned a meeting of members of the TSC Commissioner and other officials of the State Ministry of Education on Monday at the Government House in Lafia. Understand the reason for the non-payment. During the submissions at the meeting, the chairman and members of the Teachers Service Commission admitted to employing over 1,000 teachers above the approved 1,000, making it over 2,000 without due approval. Governor Abdullahi Sule, displeased with the move, suspended the chairman and members and also ordered the setting up of a committee to investigate the illegal recruitment and submit a comprehensive report for further action. Kano State Police Command said it arrested no fewer than 2,425 suspected criminals and recovered firearms, weapons, illicit drugs, and stolen properties, among other exhibits. The command said the arrests were made from January to December 2024. The State Police Commissioner Salman Garba disclosed this while addressing a news conference at the Police Command headquarters in Bompai on Tuesday. According to him, the breakdown of the arrests included 189 armed robbery suspects, 34 suspected kidnappers, 10 suspected car rustler, and 2 suspected gun runners. Others, he said, were 22 motor vehicle thieves, 58 suspected drug dealers, 18 human trafficking suspects, 46 tricycle thieves, 28 motorcycle thieves, 4 suspects arrested for forgery, 27 suspected fraudsters, and 1,987 suspected thugs. Yandaba. Similarly, the command had rescued a total of 40 human trafficking victims, 13 kidnapping victims, and 2 abduction victims. He added that 7 AK-47 rifles, 1 Beretta pistol, 1 pump-action rifle, 4 Dane guns, 7 locally made guns, 4 toy guns, 1,213 live ammunition, 57 cutlasses, and 198 sharp knives were recovered. Other recoveries were 12 motor vehicles, 44 motorcycles, 15 tricycles, and fake currencies amounting to 129 billion naira, among others. Federal Republic of Nigeria, through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, has reaffirmed its commitment to peace, stability, and regional harmony in West Africa. The assurance followed a recent statement from President of the National Council for the Safeguard of the Homeland of Niger, Abdurrahman Chiani, who alleged that the Nigerian government was colluding with France to destabilize his country. ATN recalls that Chiani, in a viral video, alleged that France was financially supporting Nigerian authorities to establish a military base in Borno State, which he claimed would destabilize Niger Republic. Reacting to the matter, Nigeria's Minister of Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Yusuf Maitama Tuga, in a statement on Tuesday, assured that Nigeria remains steadfast in its desire for dialogue, which are the cornerstones of sustainable solutions. The minister stated that Nigeria has no plans to embark on any actions that would undermine the sovereignty and security of Niger, as alleged by Chiani. According to the minister, Nigeria and Niger share deep historical and cultural ties, underscored by trade and economic interdependence, stressing that the enduring connections, are reminders of our intrinsically linked destinies. Indonesian ambassador to Nigeria and ECOWAS, Usra Harabhab, says both countries share similar defense and security experiences and interests, even as they are working closely to deepen collaboration against terrorism. The ambassador, who is a retired air vice marshal in the Indonesian military, said this in an interview with the newsman on Tuesday in Abuja. Harahap said within 6 years of his duty tour in Nigeria and ECOWAS, he had deployed his military experiences to bear on ensuring that Indonesia's diplomatic military engagements were rooted in deep sub-region. According to him, his leaving concurrent accreditation as ambassador to ECOWAS made him also reach out to Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger in the heat of their threat to quit ECOWAS. The envoy said that in line with the military cooperation between Indonesia and Nigeria, he also facilitated the training of young Nigerian military officers to Indonesian Defense University on scholarships. The outgoing ambassador disclosed that one of his greatest achievements and legacies was his subtle diplomatic engagements in Nigeria and the entire ECOWAS sub-region to curb the surge of terrorism. ATN reports indicate that Nigeria is Indonesia's second largest trade partner in Africa after South Africa, with current trade volume between them hitting about $4 billion. Defense headquarters said on Tuesday, December 31st, 2024, that combined ground, sea and air forces prosecuting the war against insecurity in the country neutralized a total of 10,937 terrorists arrested, 12,538 others rescued, 7,063 kidnapped hostages. It noted that the offensive which took place from January till date resulted in troops significantly degrading the military capabilities as well as the fighting capabilities of terrorists. Director of Defense Media Operations, Major General Edward Buba, while making this known, said during the course of the year, troops eliminated over 1,000 notable terrorist leaders, commanders, and combatants, among others. Major General Buba said that during gunfights that ensued, troops recovered 8,815 weapons, 228,004 ammunition comprising 4,332 AK-47 rifles, locally fabricated guns, 838 Dane guns, 259 pump-action guns, 128,496 rounds of 7.6mm special ammo, 45,445 rounds of 7.62mm NATO, 5,103 cartridges, 2,131 assorted arms, and 29,176 assorted ammunition. Detailing the operations, the DMO said troops of Operation Hadarin Daji in Northwest in the course of the year neutralized 2,906 terrorists, arrested 1,826 suspects, and rescued 2,616 kidnapped hostages. Troops' activities instigated rival clash among the terrorist groups, leading to the death of several terrorist commanders in battle for supremacy of rival groups. Federal High Court in Abuja has okayed the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission application to freeze 24 bank accounts domiciled in different banks over allegations bordering on terrorism financing. Justice Emeka Nwite, who granted the application after EFCC's lawyer, Martha Babatunde, moved an ex parte motion to the effect, gave the commission the go-ahead to freeze the accounts for 90 days, pending the conclusion of investigations. ATN reports that the motion ex parte was filed by Ekele Ihanacho, SAN. Ihanacho sought an order freezing the bank accounts stated with the schedule, which accounts are owned by Lawrence Loki Eromosele, who is currently being investigated in a case involving kidnapping pending the conclusion of the investigation. He said the bank accounts in respect of which the reliefs were sought are subject to matters of investigation by the EFCC about money laundering and terrorism financing. The senior lawyer said preliminary investigations conducted thus far revealed that the bank accounts are linked to persons who take advantage of the virtual cryptocurrency exchange platforms to illegally manipulate the value of Naira and laundering proceeds of unlawful activities. When Justice Nwite asked for how long the investigation would be conducted, Babatunde said within 90 days. The judge who granted the prayer adjourned the matter until March 24, 2025 for mention. Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board has revealed that it will officially commence the registration for the 2025 Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination in January, while the specific dates for opening the registration portal remains unspecified. Prospective candidates are urged to prepare in advance for what is promised to be a smoother and more efficient registration process. In a detailed announcement issued via its Monday bulletin, the board outlined the comprehensive steps taken to ensure that the upcoming examination is free from the glitches that impacted some parts of the 2024 UTME experience. It emphasized that prospective candidates will be subject to the full range of preparations made to guarantee a seamless registration process. though the registration portal's official launch date is still pending. JAMB made it clear that early preparations are critical, especially the need for candidates to have their personal information ready. One of the primary steps advised to prevent delays is the creation of a profile by candidates via text message using the format NIN space followed by the 11-digit NIN number 255019. According to the board, this action will expedite the registration once the portal opens. Reflecting on the challenges that occurred during the 2024 UTME, JAMB has asserted that it thoroughly reviewed all aspects of the previous exam cycle. Well, now we'll bring you business news. Federal government Analysts have said that Warri Refinery, not operational for the past 10 years, caused a short in supply of petroleum products in the country. While speaking on Atlantic Television Network program ATN Blowout, Mr. Young Ayotamuno said Port Harcourt and Warri refineries resuming operations will help cut down the prices of petroleum. Associated costs, such as landing costs and foreign exchange, will be reduced.
So demand and supply. And part of what has been the narrative is that we have short supply of petroleum products, and our refineries for more than 10 years have not actually worked. If our refineries had worked, then we know that we'll have more supply of petroleum products in the economy. Now that Port Harcourt refinery had begun working, and then Warri refinery so sooner had also joined, just within this third quarter, within a space of 1 month, if I should say so. It's a sign of good things to come. We'll have more petroleum products. We won't get all this information about landing cost and no landing cost. Definitely there will be some cost associated with it. But then landing cost, looking for foreign exchange by owners of depots, by retailers and so on. All those things will now be taken off, the negotiation table when it comes to pricing. So we expect prices to reduce. We expect that there will be more products.
This comes after Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited announced the resumption of operations at the 125,000 barrel per day Warri refining and petrochemicals company in Warri, Delta State, after almost a decade. Well, that's the size of our package on Global News for today. Remember, you can follow us on all our social media platforms. Remember, you can follow us on all our social media platforms displayed right on the screen. Thank you so much for watching. I am Victor Peter. Good night.